Your prompts are being handled by a multi-LLM. You can actually edit the generated result in a visual builder and also straight in the code. In this tutorial, I will show you an overview of the power and possibilities of the brand new AI builder, Sticklight. This has just been launched by the team who brought you Elementor, and I have an insane discount code for you to get 30% off. To get the discount, we go over here to mathtutorials.com/sticklight. This link is also in the comment section and in the description of this video. And then we are here. If you go up here to pricing, you can see the pricing plan from Sticklight. It starts from $25 a month, or if you go yearly, you get 2 months free and the price drops. You can also try the free version. You get 5 credits per day for free. A great way to learn Sticklight. But if you want to go pro, if you use this coupon code during checkout, math30, you will get a 30% discount. Hey, you are very welcome. Now some tips before diving into Sticklight. So the key here is to get a big vocabulary to describe what you want with the uttermost precision.
I'm just happy I can spell my name, man.
In that case, just let Gemini or ChatGPT do the heavy lifting for you and put that prompt inside of Sticklight. Also keep in mind that you can talk your native language to Sticklight. No need to do everything in plain English. The key here to get non-generic results on Sticklight is to be very precise in what you want, how you want it, and what you want it to be. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can build an event website, including the entire backend with everything on it, and it's going to be wild. To do this, I created a gigantic prompt. Let me digest this prompt so you can see exactly what I mean with being precise and exact. The first thing is the overview. Build a premium award-style landing page for CloudFest 2026, a cloud technology conference at Europa Park, Germany in March 22-26. Oh, and by the way, if you want to go there next month to the real event, I got free tickets to hand out. So follow the link in the description of this video or in the comment section, and I'll see you there because I will also be there. Now let's continue with the prompt. The first thing I'm gonna do is give it the overview, so of the visual style, dark, futuristic Glassmorphism, and then I start defining the colors exactly as I want them. Neon magenta, and I'm gonna give it the hex code. Deep electric purple, also the hex code, and the accent palette, so it can use all these colors. Dark void midnight background for hero sections, stark white for content sections, hard contrast cuts between them, very important, frosted glass effects, subtle grid overlays, noise textures for depth, sharp corners everywhere, no rounded borders or images or cards. Typography should feel brutalist and technical. Bold condensed display font like, and I'm gonna give it the exact example of what I want, Bebas Neue, for headlines in uppercase with wide tracking, and a monospace font, space mono, the exact font, for data, labels and UI elements. That's the global layout that I want to use throughout this entire website. Then I'm going to describe these sections in order. Sticky dark navigation, but again, full white dark glass blur effect, neon gray accent line at top, logo CloudFest on left, centered nav links, agenda, speakers, location, FAQ, social icons, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, and an angular clipped tickets button with gradient hover fill on right. Now, that's pretty much exactly how I want it. Then we go to the heroes section. For vertical pillars, again, I've written it all out completely as I wanted. And then I go with the animations for this website. Use GSAP scroll trigger for scroll revealed sections, fade up with stagger, CSS transitions for the pillar accordion, the cubic bezier easing, smooth hover states on all interactive elements. Then again the fonts, Bebas Neue, display, space mono for mono data, inter for body, and all via Google Fonts. And we're going to create more pages after this and also the entire ticketing system, but right now I want to see him create this one. So I press over here on create. Now the first prompt will take up a lot of time, but it will show you different kind of tasks planned, and it will all create these files and show it everything to you while it's building it. Now just remember, the more complex, detailed and non-generic your prompt, just like this one, the longer it will take to generate. A good thing to know here is that you don't have to wait until Sticklight is done with its work. You can just queue up the next prompt while he is working. That works really nice. This is amazing. Look at this. Now before I'm going to give it another prompt to change 6 things in one go and build the entire ticketing backend, there are so many cool features I want to show you. To review your full site, you can do multiple things. First, we can close over here the entire chat panel, which is great already. But there's also another button in here, preview in full screen. If we click on this one, we can see we go to this URL, preview.sticklight.com, instead of the sticklight.com/studio. Let me show you how the entire website looks. If we scroll down, we can see over here a movie. I have told him that in the cloud where to find this MP4 file and to paste it in over there. Beautiful. Then we have this information. We have a speaker set. All right, great. Completely made up speakers. Never seen them before. And then we have the agenda. Also pretty nice animations. Going to change that later on. Then we scroll further down. We get the sponsor section. Here we have the tickets. Prices are completely wrong, but this is exactly what I put into the prompt, so that's fine. And then the end, the footer. This looks really nice. Let me show you all the amazing features inside of Sticklight. We will start at the top. Here is the button to change the screen size, so you can easily check for responsive issues. Then we have over here the version history. This is a true lifesaver. But the most impressive thing, in my opinion, is over here when you click on this edit button. This button enables the visual editor. Here you can make manual changes to your project inside of it like a visual builder. For example, let's go down here a little bit, scroll down, and we have over here the Global Cloud Festival. Now, I don't like the styling of this word, so I click on it, and here loads in the editor. I can change, first of all, the text. I can change the color. I can make it whatever I want. I can change the typography. I can change the font weight. I can change the font size, the text alignment, but I can also add more fields. And here you can add in even more properties to fine-tune your entire design. Once you're happy with your changes, you click over here on Save or Discard. But that's not all. If we close this one, we can go over here also to the code. So this way we can also work directly inside of the code if you want that. And also very neat thing is this button over here, Select Element. If you click on this, you scroll down to anything you want to change, you click on it, you will go directly to this part inside of the code. Let me show that, speaker section.tsx. And here you can make changes directly into there. So no longer searching, hey, where it is, click and edit, and there you go. Beautiful. Then we have another button over here, which is called data. If we click on this one, we can see we have no data yet. Basically, these are the databases. In just a second, we're going to create a ticketing system, and this will be filled out, and I will show you exactly how that works. And then the last options are the settings. You can change the project info, of course. You can look at all the secrets that are being stored inside of the backend cloud. Then we have the edge functions. Here we can enable them and we can see what's going on inside of our website. And of course the logs, so you can see what's going on inside of my live website. Now the beautiful thing of this is there will be more function added. For example, if you have clients, you might want to add them over here so they can also work on a project or just look at it or give comments. All these things is so modular, so it's going to be really amazing. Now, one of the things you might be worrying about is what if I'm going to make changes in here? Will Sticklight keep everything the way it is or will it mess everything up? Well, we're going to demonstrate you that now. I'm going to make 6 changes in one go to this entire site. The first one is GSAP animate the speakers. I want a wow effect, blah, blah, blah. Reverse the agenda colors. Change the tickets to 4 instead of 3 different prices, the real prices. And add a full width section about the World Server Throwing Championship. We're going to change all call to action buttons to the yellowish color. I gave him the exact color. And the CloudFest big title and its subtitle with the date and location and main hero section needs to be pushed down. Also, GSAP the animating title upon page load. Change the practical info to info. And then we press over here on this big button and we'll see what Sticklight will make of it. I really love what Sticklight is doing here. Creating tasks, working them one by one. It literally gives me a feeling like, hey, We're creating something beautiful. I just love it. Let me refresh this page to see if Sticklight has done everything right. Beautiful. The title comes up, GSAP animation, just like I told him. The button color has changed. It's been put down. It's beautiful. Let me scroll down. Oh, it disappears. It has to look at that again. The Global Cloud Festival, nothing changed over here. The button also over there is changed. It's beautiful. The speakers, it's still the same. That's exactly what I wanted. But the agenda, I told him to reverse the colors. He did an excellent job over there. Beautiful. Then we go here. The prices are being updated to the 4 prices. This looks really great. Exactly like the real prices. By the way, these are the real prices. If you want to go for free, check the link in the description of this video or in the comments, and I will meet you there in CloudFest. Then it's time for the new section, the World Server Throwing Championship. Alright, beautiful. Now it's time to build an entire ticket system with Sticklight. To do that, I create an entire brief prompt that says exactly what we want. Front-end requirements, what we want. We have all these passes. Sure, we already have that. Then we have over here the registration form fields, the backend requirements. Well, everything is inside of this prompt. Usually what you would say to a developer. And we're just going to make Sticklight do this. So I press on submit. Wait, did he just say this is a massive undertaking? Let me see what he said. Let me plan this carefully. This is the response he will give. To make this happen, I'll need a database. Do you like me to enable the backend cloud for database storage? The reason that he asks is because this will cost you more credits. You will need a cloud, you will need a database. So that's very good to know. With other AI builders, I always hate the waste of useless credits. But not with Sticklight. There is a very useful button down here called Plan. This will allow you to plan complex ideas without wasting your credits. Sticklight will ask you on forehand all kind of questions so that it knows exactly what to build and how you want it before you start spending real credits. A very, very welcome feature. Yes, I want to have a database storage. Let's go. I don't think Sticklight has done this in 2 minutes because it's a massive undertaking. I really like this. Once you have enabled the database, he's going to plan and execute this massive build, and he created 11 tasks plan. This is exactly like a Scrum Master would do with all these developers. And you know, this is what we're going to do. Let's go. I love this. All right, now he's done. I'm just going to ask him, how can I log into the ticket dashboard? What's the URL and the password for the admin? Here we go. All right, we're going to fully test it out. First, we're going to buy a ticket, and then I'm going to log in the backend so you can see exactly what Sticklight created. We click on tickets, and then I'm here at a one-pager clear registration page, exactly optimized for conversion. You cannot go back to the website unless you click over here. 3 steps. I love it. Let's press on select. Then I'm gonna fill in all this information. Why not? Complete registration. And you're in. Look at this. I got a new unique ticket number, the first one. The name, the pass type. I got a QR code, which you can actually scan. And I can view my ticket back to homepage. This is great. Let me see if you can find it. Beautiful. We have to do some 2-factor authentication build, and you just get an email and you click the link and then you get over here. But I love this system. I think in this phase it's important to publish this project right now because we're still in the preview mode. So I click over here on publish. Soon there you can create a custom domain. Now that will be very useful because you can combine hosting, personal domain name, and everything run by Sticklight. I love this. But for now we're just going to use this URL and we press on publish. It's alive. Great. I'm going to this live website. What I noticed, by the way, is the speed. It's incredible fast. So let's log into our admin portal. Wow, look at this dashboard. All right, nice. It's very dark mode. Now this looks like a really great start for an admin dashboard. You can search for the names over here. Just type it in, press enter, and it will search throughout your database. You can create vouchers. Beautiful. You can also export this entire CSV. There we go. And this also just works out of the box. One of the things I wanted Sticklight to do was enable me to change the status from pending to paid or even checked in at the live stage. You can do that with scanners, but this time we can do it also manual. This is really cool, but it's way too dark, so let's fix that with just one prompt. Well, this is some improvement, but I still have to fix all this. Well, you get the point. If we now go to data, you can see the database. We have 5 tables and 12 entries inside of the database. You can click on it and you can see exactly what's going on in the database, but you can also delete it and also change it. Because if I click over here, I can edit this entire item inside of my database in Sticklight's app. But there is even more. If you go down here, you can click on Tools. And then we can also add in all these elements, just like you know from Elementor. We can just click on them, and then you can just continue with one widget. Press on this attach file, and you can maximum add 10 files to this. And I'm going to say add this logo carousel instead of the existing one. I really like this. Instead of just going and running and thinking that he knows what you want, he just comes back to you with a summary and asks, shall I go ahead and implement this? I love this. It's fabulous. And there we are. It just uploaded 10 of my logos into here. There are a lot of widgets which you can just add into Sticklight. And if you hover over it, you can see all the information about it, what it actually is. But there is way more. If you click, for example, on packages, you can also install all these things: video players, social share buttons, social media embeds. First, I'm going to show you the integrations. Here we can integrate anything we want. For example, Google Analytics. If we just press on connect, this is insane. And with this integration, you don't have to invent the wheel again. You just click on anything you want, for example, reCAPTCHA, just fill in your site key, press on connect, and then Sticklight will just build it inside of your website just like that. I love this system. The last thing I want to show you, if you click over here, you can see back to workspace. You can see all your credits. You can go to settings. We have sound notifications. Ooh, I love this. Why didn't I add this before? Now we know when Sticklight is done. I love this. And you can also change the language of your interface. Of course, Dutch! We are going to take over the world! Of course not, that's just something else. Alright. And if you go back to your workspace, you can scroll down and here you can see all the products that you have built. For example, in my latest sneak peek video, I created this amazing futuristic flying shoe thing, e-commerce website, which actually works. You can go to here and you can change the filter, you know, it just works. It's amazing. I really love this system. You can create anything you want. Not only websites, you can also create dashboards, apps. The sky will be the limit. And if you think, hey, I missed something inside of the Sticklight app, no problem. You can just go over here to roadmap. And you can see exactly what's in the backlog, what is planned, what is in progress, what is shipped. But you can also click on one, upvote it, leave a comments over there. But you can also submit your own ideas by clicking on ideas and submit your own idea. I mean, what else could we ask for more? If you have any questions, just drop it down in the comments. I love to see it and reply. Let's create some awesome things with Sticklight and use my 30% discount code because it's basically for you guys. I hope to see you in the next video or in CloudFest. See you there!